what is it that you're expecting of them? Are you expecting them to give what you're giving? You know, are you going to expect, you know, them to be loyal? Are you going to expect them to be there when you need them? Like, really, what are the expectations? Because unfortunately, sometimes, and I hear this with clients, you know, and stuff, is like, your expectations need to be lower initially until they have proven themselves that they're going to be this loyal or that, you know, consistent. They've showed that consistency throughout your friendship. Right. Because a lot of people, I know for me, that was one of my big things growing up is I always expected people to give what I'm giving into the relationship. And I've learned the hard way, but people don't do that. And that was my fault for automatically putting high expectations on friendships. So I know I tell my clients that too when they're like going through something or like, you know, let's say they just become a mom and, you know, they're the only ones with kids now and how, you know, the expectations of her friends inviting her and, you know, things like that. I hear a lot and it's like, okay, well, what are the expectations that you have set for this friendship now that you've transitioned to a different role in that, you know, in your life or so?
That is a very big piece because you do have to know those expectations. And like you said, they may look different from friendships, which is what I was stating earlier about, like, you know, how you pour into your friend may not be the way she pours back into you or he pours back into you. But if you know the expectations up front, then you're not disappointed at the results.
Yep.
You know?
Well, and also I always say, like, again, if I have a client coming to me and going, hey, Dr. Robin, like, can you fix my car? I mean, I put some gas in it, you know, but don't be mad with me because I can't fix your car because I'm not that friend. And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, yes, you got to know too, like, you know what? Again, this is my friend I travel with.
Yep.
I'm not going to give her this because that's not fair to her or him because that's not their role in my life.
And the acceptance that you may not be everyone's that person for everybody, like in every situation.
Exactly.
So I've learned that people having those expectations on me, inviting them to certain things and, oh, why didn't I get to go to that? Or why didn't you tell me about this? Oh, I didn't know that was going on with you. I had no idea that's been going on for 6 months. And I'm like, I just didn't share that. And it was like that person was not that person for that circumstance, you know? And so that's too, is
you're right about that. I met this woman. It's been like maybe 2 years now. And when I first met her, we hit it off. Our conversation was good. And then she goes, oh, I already know we're just going to be best friends. And I go, back it up. No, we're not. I'm not looking for a best friend. Like, that's not going to happen. But we remained friends for that duration of whatever it was that connected us. And it's not like we're not friends now, but I haven't talked to her in like not at all this year. So, you know, that's another thing too. It's like sometimes people, when they say, oh, we're going to be best friends, like, no, we're not.
What is their definition of best friends?
What is your definition? Because
So that's what I was just going to, that was about one of my questions is that codependency. And remember we talked about trauma bonds in relationships, but I mean, friendships too. There is that, you know, it was funny because when you had said before, like, you know, we were trying to just define a healthy relationship and it was, they're going to be there for me. They're going to be there for me. And I had a client I worked with and she goes, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what to do because now that I'm over here on this side and I have this friend and I love this friend and you always hear the, but I go, but here's the thing, as you level up and as your circumstances and everything changes, you change and you can still love that person, but you're not operating from that anymore. But you can't get mad with them because they're still there. But that is still, I think, a boundary of like, okay, but you know, I do love her, but I also know who she is and I'm not that anymore.
Right.
You know, and then handle it with grace and, you know, because sometimes it's just like, oh my gosh. But then you get into that guilty, like, why am I? I'm not anything better. And I'm like, but even that, and like you said, acceptance, self-acceptance, knowing who you are, knowing your own boundaries.
Yep. And I'm guilty of being that, and where I'm the first person to say, that is not for me. I am not that friend that you want to take with you to there. Like I have some, I would say one of my closest friends. Her youngest is, I think, 11 or 12. And of course, you know, my youngest is 18. I am so far past the little kid annoying stage. Like, I don't want to be around your damn kids. I don't want to be on kids on vacation.
She don't like your
I don't want
kids.
to be around damn kids. I don't want your damn kids around me. So my
the
friends,
truth, boss lady.
seriously. So, and I love my kids, and I used to love little kids, but I had enough of them.
We
all
don't
right?
have the patience anymore.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly. And Rob is over here
She's
cracking
over
up
there dying.
because
I was like, this is so great.
so I have some friends with the little ones, right? And I had some crazy friends, you know who you are out there, who decided to have a baby in your 40s. Now, all right.
You are
that's your journey.
busted.
But
I do not want that wine.
Listen,
Keep
I
that
still love
wine
you,
for
but
me.
I don't want to be around for the little 1-year-old birthday parties. I'm sorry, that's not me. So I have friends who, like I said, one of my closest friends, her little girl's 12. She just had like a birthday party. I wasn't invited. I was like, you don't have to invite me.
And you didn't feel bad at all,
I did not feel
right?
bad. And I know
There
she
you go.
loves me, but she's like, no, I know you don't like kids. I'm like, listen, I am not heartbroken. I will send her a Venmo, and that is a birthday gift. You know, she can go shopping or whatever.
That's a
like,
perfect example of what we
that's
were
what I
just
need.
saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, she goes on cruises. Sometimes when they take all their kids, and I'm like, how many of you bring in your kids? Because that's not my cruise. I don't want to go. Because when I'm on a cruise, I stay away from the kids zone. Like, I mean,
I love
reality.
it.
I mean, and
love
I
it.
say that, I raise my hand, like, that's not for me. Don't invite me. You know, same thing with people like, you know, I still have friends who are like into like going out every weekend and bar hopping and doing all that. Cause they're like, I have a lot of friends who don't have any kids either. Their kids are adults and they actually go drinking with their kids. And, cause they're all older now. That's not me. I don't want to do that. And so they got over, they're not inviting me anymore, which is fine because I'm like, I'm not going to go. So you don't need to invite me to those
So
things.
they know your expectations.
They know my expectations,
when it comes
which is
to
like,
that.
and I don't get hurt.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, please go out bar hopping. I just do not need an invite because I'm not going to go.
Right. Now, on the flip side of that, my kids are grown, but I have grandkids. And so some of my friends have, well, like one of my good friends now, she's just now having her grandkids. And they're like toddlers. And my grandkids, the youngest is like 5, but hers are like babies. But we connect on that level, another level now, because that is another level of our friendship, because we now have conversation as it relates to the grandkids. But I do have friends who they don't have grandkids. And it's like, if I have my grandkids for the weekend and I want to take them to the park or whatever, I can't call them because they don't have grandkids. They're not going to want to go.
Exactly.
So I agree with that. It's like when you know your expectations for the friends that you have and the things that they do and vice versa, you're good.
Yeah.
And it actually inadvertently takes a lot of pressure off of other people.
Trust me.
Because they're like, oh my God, do we? I'm good. I'm tired. I'm grown. I love you. Y'all have a great time.
That's it.
Yes.
You know?
And that even reminds me of like another end. So like, I would say like my best friend. She is like my ride or die, my backdoor friend. I'm going to call her that. Her name's Rachel. If she's listening, she better be listening.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi,
Better be
Rachel.
listening, 'cause if you don't hear this, you're
Hi,
in
Rachel.
trouble. You're
I
not
like
really my
Rachel.
Oh,
friend.
you not a back door friend. You got the side. You got the garage
Exactly.
door, possibly.
But she's like she's a realtor. She's doing amazing in her job. I've seen her go through different careers. This has been great for her. And she has now, of course, her own new network of friends because of all the realtors and stuff.
right.
She's very involved in the community. She meets all these people. So she has these friends that she goes out with and she goes to events with. She's even going on an all girls cruise with them. And it's like, we have a good enough connection to where I wouldn't want to go with all these people I don't know. So go hang out with them, go do your thing.